Beautiful people, welcome to another episode of Sportsload podcast. It's been a minute, excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh
rusty.
man, yeah, a little rusty out here, enjoying a little midwinter recess out there. But again, thank you guys for joining us. Like, subscribe, send that love. You heard? I'm Ja. That's K. Is Van gonna be here tonight?
He said he was gonna join whenever he can, but
Let's hope and pray for Van and his breaking news of the Olympic
hockey
the Olympic
team, men hockey
yeah,
team,
yeah. If
which
anybody watched, good luck with that.
yeah, I watched 0% of it because it
Yeah.
was the time zone was terrible, but it was like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
for us.
I didn't care at all for anything. I didn't watch anything. I'm not into skiing. I'm not into curling. I'm not into like if somebody's not gonna fall and bust their ass in figure skating, I'm out. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
when I was a kid, I used to watch it just for that. You know
there
what I
was
mean?
nothing
But
else to watch though. That was why. But
yeah, that's the thing. Like this is what you call like the hibernation mode for sports. Like nothing is going on after the Super Bowl.
yeah,
It's just NFL Combine for football lovers. If you're that addicted to football,
I was watching
if you're
that.
addicted to baseball, yeah, me too. And if you're addicted to like baseball, the spring training, which I've been off and on with. Like again, I'm just trying because I'm a Mets fan. I
Yeah,
just want to know if like the biggest news on it when it comes to the Mets is like is Carson Bench going to be the outfielder of the future? Is he the superstar they think
yeah.
that he's going to be?
And
And then the Mets pitching rotation.
If Bo is actually a good third baseman, right? Like you guys
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
paid the
and
farm.
he's not he's showing glimpses of it, but he's hitting really well.
Yeah,
Now again, it's fucking spring training, so who gives a shit? But it's the thing is like who's going to be there? You know, who's
yep,
gonna the rotation is really big. The Mets might have there's seven guys. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's on the pitching rotation. And just to get it out the way, they started Peralta. Peralta will be the opening day starter against the Pittsburgh Pirates, which I know which sucks for us because we wanted McLean versus Skeens.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But Skeens will be game two, so we'll know who that. So as of now, Peralta is the Mets ace, and I'm not mad. The guy's he's pretty much he has a low ERA.
hmm
It's a good guy. He's a good pitcher. So I don't
yeah,
know. It's the Pirates. It
yeah. I
might
was
be the
about to
only
say
win
like
for the
anyone can pitch against the Pirates, right? Like
yeah. It's just the Skeens is that's the best shot of winning a game right now is when Skeens
I don't
pitches.
like. I think even last year when he was pitching, they were still blowing out leads. They were blowing leads and stuff like that, which is unfortunate. Um, I think we can address the rumor that's gonna happen probably this offseason, well, the following offseason for the MLB, which is the salary cap or the collective bargaining agreement. There's I'm not focusing on baseball at all because number one, I don't really follow baseball like that, and number two, I'm just waiting for the lockout because
Yeah,
it's
let's get into
basically
it.
like it's basically where we're on the prequel side of the actual sport because the Dodgers are gonna win it all again probably if let's be honest with you. They got Kyle Tucker and they got fucking a bunch of pitchers and stuff like that. So the rumor is, and this has been reported by a couple of announcers, the number is going to be roughly around 260 million. The salary cap is going to be 260 million to 280 million, and the floor is going to be 240 million to 260 million. I don't like it. I don't like the
I don't like it at
numbers.
all.
I like the
Nah.
floor because this kind of pushes up a lot of the cheaper teams to kind of like start spending a little bit more.
Spending some money, yeah.
Like the Pittsburgh Pirates and like the Cincinnati Reds and the
Pretty much
Rockies and stuff
the
like that.
central of both division.
Basically everyone, right? But the cap is kind of tricky because the top five teams or the top five paying teams, the Blue Jays, Phillies, Yankees, Mets, Dodgers are over that cap, and they have to start.
Way over.
They're over by like 40 to 180 million dollars, so they have to start dumping money, which I don't see them doing, and they're like ownerships are definitely going to say no to that. Like the Padres, who are top six, they're 262 million, so they're like 2 million above the salary cap, and even then, it's like if the tricky situation is even if this goes through this year and there is no lockout, players who are in operation, who are hitting the free agency, who are sitting there promising getting paid like $300 million for 12 years is never going to get that contract because most of the teams that are going to spend that money is not going to spend that money, unfortunately.
Yeah. I agree. I think this is a bad look. This is a bad idea. I think I think the cap should be 5. I agree with you on that. When we
Yeah.
spoke about it off air. Yeah, I think I can understand the benefits for the small market teams, but to spend more. But even with the unlimited cap, they weren't spending any money. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
they almost becomes obsolete. So I think what they need to do is there had to be a way where they could keep the cap high, and if the team that doesn't spend money or hit like a limit, I guess I don't know. Let's say like go over 100. You have to at least have $150 million budget on
Yeah.
your team. Every team should have that. Then and you just pocket in money because I think how it is now, if it's whatever taxes goes to sort spread to like other smaller teams, right? The smaller market
Yeah,
teams.
so if you're spending a ton of money, there is a salary cap in the baseball like world. Like New York has
Right.
one.
Right.
If you spend over that, the rest of that money goes spread out to the teams that are not spending as much. Hence why all these cheaper teams are not spending shit because they're just basically caring about their bottom dollar, which is
Right.
unfortunate. I think one idea that I just thought of when you're saying like make the salary cap 500 million, the floor is 140 or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
every year increment the bottom floor up
Or
towards the 500. So it's
500. Yes. Yeah.
obviously teams are going to be incentivized to spend more, but
Mm-hmm.
it kind of pushes it to that elevation of like, all right, everyone's
Spend money, spending. Everybody's spending. Yeah.
Obviously
Because if you're just not spending, like, why even spend money when you're getting money from the owners anyway? If I'm the Pittsburgh
exactly.
Pirates, or if I'm Kansas City, or if I'm
Yeah.
like, just all you're doing is like, oh, we have a great farm system, and then we'll rent a guy out if we're during the All Star break or whatever, if we're in the playoff hunt, and then we'll get eliminated by somebody in the AL West, East, or the NL East, West. You know what I mean, or the
Well,
South, whatever.
I mean, I think Draymond Green said this once. There's only like 5 to 10 teams that actually care about winning the championship. Everyone else don't care, right?
Yeah, it's even less in baseball.
It's less in baseball and it's significantly less in the NFL. But like, this is why I'm saying like there's definitely gonna be a lockout. It's because 99% of these teams are gonna say no for different reasons. Like number one, they're not gonna care about the bottom side, like the Pirates or Cincinnati Reds or even like Miami or whatever. But like the top side, the Dodgers and stuff like that, they're just gonna be like, yeah, we don't want to trade away players. Like that, like even if we do salary cap, who are you gonna trade out of the Dodgers to cut out $180 million?
Exactly. I mean, you're gonna have to get nothing in return.
Like Kyle Tucker. Yeah, you basically have to trade, like salary dump these guys and basically get like farm players that like you maybe like will bring up in the majors, but like that's such a risk. Like
like teams like the top 3 teams or the top 5 teams gonna have to like sell for nothing.
Yeah, like the Mets.
And then like what about, can you sell for just let's say Juan Soto, right? He's making like 500 million, you know what I mean? So you trade him, right? Even if he's, let's say the thing is at 260, right, or 250, whatever.
Right.
You trade him to the Pirates, wouldn't the Pirates be over? Like he's still gonna get that money no matter what.
Right.
Who's gonna eat that money? You know what I mean? Like that shit makes no sense.
I guess his annual like salary cap is what
probably like that. That makes more sense.
But like even then, he's making like $52 million
easily.
So like
that's already half your budget.
Yeah, that's basically one fifth of your salary cap basically. Yeah. So it's like you just need to get like then, and we're not even talking about all the pitchers. We're not talking about all the players. We're not talking about IR
and farm system too, minor league, like,
all that. Like I understand it from the NBA side of things because there's only 12 players on the team, right? Like that's it, 12 players, or maybe 15 or whatever. Football's kind of tricky because there's like 52 players or whatever, but not all of them are getting paid the same. There's like a kicker who's gonna get paid like fucking $80,000 or whatever, and there's the quarterback that's gonna get paid $52 million or whatever. But baseball, it's like if he's fucking good, you're paying him, if he's ass, you're not paying him, right? So it's like Kyle Tucker is a good example where Astros knew he was gonna get paid, so they just traded him away. And Shohei Ohtani is the same way. It's like he's gonna get paid. Like we all knew Juan Soto was gonna get record-breaking contract.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Just
skyscraper
by who,
shit,
right? Like it's by who is the real question. That's why the Padres basically sold on him, and the Nationals sold on him as well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, the Nationals knew they couldn't afford him.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the whole scenario with Paul Skeens with the Pirates. It's like he's not going to extend, and they're not going to extend him, right? Like
No,
so
no,
it's
they
like,
knew what the writing
who
was
is
on the
going to
wall.
buy into that? Like who's going to pay the king's ransom to get him, and then extend him to like a massive contract? If he stays healthy, though.
Your top 5 teams, yeah.
Yeah, but like again, it kind of gets tricky because like if the salary cap happens, then some of these top 5 teams might start shedding salary to get farm systems, and then that can help them to get Paul Skeens, like the Dodgers, for example, right? So it's like it is what it is. I'm for sure saying like this number, the salary cap number, is not good, and I think the owners are thinking that as well. And I think they're definitely gonna lock out.
Yeah,
I think the owners are okay with it. I think the players are not okay with it.
The owners
right?
will love this. The owners would love it. They would love this.
I don't know if all the owners will love it, right? If
Well,
you think about
I'm naming not the top 5 owners. Sorry, or even the top 10. You know what I mean? You gotta incentivize the small market teams to start spending some money.
So like let's kind of do the flip, right? The top, so the floor we said was 140 to 160 million, right? Miami is 78 million. Cleveland is 94 million. The White Sox are on 101 million. Nationals are 102.
Where's that money going to? The coach? Who's the best player on that team?
On the White Sox?
Yeah. 100 million is the budget. Who's making that money? Who's the highest paid on that team?
They just signed the third baseman. I think he's the Asian one.
You're right.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably where the budget is at.
Andrew Benintendi is also getting paid a lot, and then Dominguez, Siriam Dominguez, the right pitcher.
That's like 3 or 4 players where that $100 million coming from.
But yeah, I mean, for 140 million, there's 10 teams below that. And
are there any playoff teams?
No, not against.
There we go.
I guess the Brewers. Are you considering them the playoff team? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're consistently, but I give them that. So
129 million for them, and I guess if you want to consider the Rays because they were in the playoffs a little bit, a couple times, they're only 105 million, right? So like. The Reds are the only team that's above the 140. They're 146. So. And
they're not even a good team, yeah.
Exactly.
So it depends on what you consider where you put them, yeah.
But like.
They're not a playoff team.
So those 10 teams are probably going to say no, just in general, right? And players are going to say no, and then the top 5 teams are going to say no, and it's only 30 teams, so 15 of the 30 are saying no. Already, so it's like
that's already it's not looking good. I think the 500 is a good start, and then if you want just to like play devil's advocate, you can also like lower it as the years go on. Like after like whatever, like 5-6 years, bring it down when the annual prices start going down. But they have to have it's gonna be hard to see where they could both come to an agreement. The one leverage that the owners do have is that fucking Tony Clark guy at home. He really quit or something's going on with the player. He was the players owner, the players association owner, whatever, president, and he got caught with alleged scandal of misguided misguided funds or whatever. So it's not a good look for them. So like,
I mean, I think the only if they do the lowering every year or whatever, I think the players would probably just say like shed some of the arbitration years to like from like 4 years to like maybe like 2 years or 1 year or whatever. But like again, I don't know how that's gonna work because the ownership. That's like prime time for how it is because like obviously we talk about the Detroit Tigers. They just lost. I think Jack Flaherty just won his arbitration, and
Yeah, he did. He did.
uh, it looks like they might just move on from him because his arbitration is like absolutely insane. I think he's
Yeah, it's
making
like a
like
franchise
25.
tag, right? That's the closest to the franchise
I
tag
think
as a
he's making like 25 million.
yeah,
Uh,
crazy.
I'm gonna try to look this up before.
Yeah, but I think what's going to end up happening is that there will be a lockout. Barring a miracle, but I don't think. Also, it's just like, dude, they don't even have like a place to watch baseball anymore. There's no like, do they have a TV deal?
They have
Because it's not
Apple.
on ESPN anymore.
They have a deal with
Yeah, but
Apple,
that's
but
the
that's about it.
like, you know what I mean? Like, you see how NBC bought out NBA. They got NBA games now. Well, NBA is everywhere. See, football and basketball are everywhere. And the
Yep.
thing is, with baseball, I don't like baseball is on the come up again. Like they're almost challenging NBA revenue now.
Hmm.
I think, and because of they had a great playoff, like that playoff they had this season that just passed was great. It was a good. It was great, and even the World Series was great.
Yep.
So baseball is riding high right now. And they're like a kid with no home. Like there's no that I know that about the Apple, but you don't hear nothing about Amazon. You know nothing about Netflix. You're not hearing anything about. They're just on. There's no exclusive rights deal anymore. They're just and they're
Yeah.
not. You're not hearing them. It's just mostly on your local TV now. If you have
Yeah.
the Yankees are on Yes, Mets is SNY, and picks. I don't know. I think with that TV deal would have helped them out even more. Made it maybe make it a better transition into negotiations as far as where the money is and whatever
But
going
wouldn't
forward.
would do you think that would help the owners or players?
It will definitely benefit. It should benefit because look, it'll definitely the money's gonna go to the owners anyway, right? Because it's
Right.
gonna be split between the commission and owners. But the players can use that. Hey, man, you guys are making money.
Yeah.
Let's if you want a cap, let's raise that cap, and we'll then make the cap that like the 500 million.
Yeah.
You make it baseball. If like let's say fucking Amazon buys MLB content for $1 billion. I mean, you could definitely sacrifice 400 to 500 million into a cap. It'll
Hmm.
be more easy and more approachable where the players could agree with. I mean, we don't even know where baseball, other than like the stadium money and all this, where is the TV money at? I mean, and it's like Apple is not. I mean, everybody has the Apple phones, Apple everything, but nobody's going to fuck. How many people really watch the Apple TV for sports?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So like, they have to be everywhere. You want to generate money, be on everything. That's what the NBA is doing. That's what NFL is doing. NBA was one of the worst watch. It's still barely watchable now, but they're everywhere. It's making you.
Yep.
It's almost like you have to watch it because there's nothing else. What are you gonna watch Grey's Anatomy for the fifth time? No, fucking watch some basketball. You don't care. Is it on? Anywhere you could watch it. Literally anywhere except for Netflix. So
Yeah.
they,
I
they,
mean,
they just right in the horizon. They have to spread out.
counterpoint to I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Mhm.
What the WNBA had this situation happening, or they're happening right now.
Mhm.
They did a agreement with ESPN, and like they had the TV rights deal, and the players are basically saying, "Well, you just signed a $500 million deal. Where's our cut?" And
Right.
WNBA is like, "Nah." So like I think they're on the lockout, and like
They're
the players
they're
are
betting on
actually
themselves too much. I think the WNBA that's the reverse aspect of it. Whereas like they think they're worth more than they really are.
yeah.
Listen, if Caitlin Clark isn't there, that was just the face of the NBA. I mean the WNBA. And if you don't have New York or LA being good teams, then nobody's caring about the WNBA. And the fact that ESPN, because do you know what they're replacing MLB Sunday Night Baseball? They're replacing with women's
Right.
sports.
Yeah.
Which again, they deserve their own platform, or they deserve a platform. But you're thinking about America's pastime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is baseball. It's one of the top three sports in America. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, and it's gonna bite ESPN so hard right now because that culture that was a couple years ago. Not to get political or anything like that, this whole woke thing and equality shit, that's not here anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like these things are different. So you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to go off the rails, but
yeah.
nobody's clamoring down to go see the WNBA with all due respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've been to WNBA games with my daughter, bro. I could walk to the first row if I wanted
How,
to.
how much? How much you pay for it?
Like 60, $70, and it was like middle of the
Damn, you
seats,
paid
like
for,
middle of the
you bought
arena.
part ownership for the team.
Yeah, right. I might as well. It's listen. It's a way better product than it has ever been. It's watchable now,
Yeah,
but I'm only there to watch certain players or a certain team.
yeah. I
I don't.
mean,
I can't. That's about it. You know what I mean, where the NBA, I can go to like Brooklyn Nets suck,
mhm.
but if the team that I like, I want to. If a player from another team comes, I'm watching the other players. You know what I mean, I could only name Michael Porter Jr. on the team. And I just found out Bones was on the Nets. You know what I mean? Like, so my thing is like, if LeBron is the Lakers are coming in, I'd rather go pay the Brooklyn Nets my money than go see them in the Knicks game. I'm paying James Dolan money. You know what I mean? So like, there's levels to like the same thing goes with the WNBA. It's the same exact thing. It's just they just don't they have a better product, but their better product is not nowhere near to any of the five major sports in America right now.
How's it going, Van?
Hey Van, what's up?
Our topic was the MLB salary cap. Do you like it or hate it?
I like the floor. I think the cap should be higher.
So I kind of looked
Well, I
at it.
think both should be higher. Like 200 to floor and like 350 to ceiling.
We said five.
We said 5.
Yeah, actually, yeah, 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
this is by the top five. This is by the top five spending teams. Like,
If an owner is willing to pay $500 million for their team, go for it. I mean, fucking go for it. But
That's what 500 per year, obviously, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
w-
and the bottom teams. Sorry, Kate, but the bottom teams have to incentivize the bottom tier teams to spend money too. So their cap will be no lower than what was the 150, 160.
we said 150, but every year it moves up.
Yeah, every
know
year has
what-
to go up.
You know what sucks about this whole floor thing? Like they don't like publicize or like put it out there how much money they're making, so we
Well,
can't really come up with.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
the thing is though,
Floor.
like the perfect. I'm glad you said that because when the Yankees owner, what's his name, Steinbrenner, not
Yeah,
the
Harold.
obviously not Harold. When that asked me, I
Harold.
know this is your team. This is your team, Van.
Yeah,
And he was like, they were like, oh, we don't have enough money or whatever. All right, open your books. Open your books. Like, show me the books.
yeah.
You
He said the
know
Bronx
they
is
don't want to.
expensive. all
Yeah,
that.
which is bullshit. Which is a lie. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, if you open any owner, no owner will ever want you to see their books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to say that, Papa Steinbrenner would have never said some shit like that.
well,
Yeah.
we were talking about the floor might be too high, maybe, because there's 10 teams that are under that floor right now. So they would have to just basically become like the 2016 NBA free agency and just give like Timothy Mozgov like $600 million.
20 million.
And the situation is like Juan Soto is making $51 million. So even if he gets traded, he's 1/5 of
He's
your
gonna-
salary cap. Like,
Already.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
even
I
like
think
paying for
500 is fair.
I think 500
You
is
think-
fair.
A team like say like do you guys think like a team like the Pirates make what do you think is what do you say like 200 was
The-
floor or 150?
Let's say the floor is 200, just for the argument's sake,
Do you
right?
think the Pirates make a net profit 200 million a year?
Well,
per
they're going
year?
to they make a profit from whatever owners' taxes go trickle down to them anyway. So like anytime the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and any other of those teams spend a lot of money, some of that goes to the Pirates.
Mhm.
So they have to at least use
wow.
that money to spend some money. Like that team, you telling me for the past 10 years this team has been like the same team for like they don't make the playoff. They don't even try to make a playoff push. You know what I mean, and it's like that. It doesn't make any sense. You have to spend that much. So your ceiling, just because you made that money, you made that profit from other owners, then you should be spending some of your money. Like you should be spending. That's why you should no less than 200 million should be your team your salary, the
Unfortunately,
overall team salary.
I think we're going to the business side of the sport. But like, if teams are starting to spend more money, the ticket sales and all the prices for food and stuff like that will start to increase,
Have to go up. Yeah.
which kind of
But
sucks if you're a
who-
Pirates fan, because like if you're buying a $5 ticket, now it's like instead of $5, it's like $50, and you're just fucking assed
But
out.
do you want to watch a winning team, a winning product? Are you tired of losing? Like
I mean-
that's the thing. Like you have to have a winning product. Like nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, look, none of us. We're using the Pirates as a scapegoat, but like nobody's clamoring to go see the Pirates like play in New York or anywhere else. But if they're a good team,
Yeah.
I would pay to see the Pirates play. And
I
I
mean,
mean, to see the
except
Pirates
when
against
Paul
the Eagles.
Skeet's pitching.
Right,
So
exactly.
That's
And
about it.
you just see,
yeah.
and then when you leave at the fifth inning,
yeah,
I mean, traffic is
for
pretty
me
bad
when
here.
yeah,
it took Paul Skeens out in the second inning, so I left right after that when they came
yeah.
to the
That's
See,
insane.
city.
That's insane.
that's a
Yeah,
that's
they had him out for the first inning. It was like towards the end of the season. I was so
right,
pissed.
and yeah, and that's like what you probably pay, how much you pay for that,
That was cheap. What?
right? So
10,
did you get your
15
money's
bucks?
worth? Even if it was like $10 or $15, did you get your money's worth? No.
Not really, because the park is probably
No.
more expensive than
No, I
fucking
pretty
tickets.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It probably took you it probably took way more money to get there anyway.
Yeah, like gas, tolls, all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
yeah. It's ridiculous. So I sympathize with people who can't afford $5 who want to get to the game for $5. But you want a winning product. You want a watchable product. And I mean, they make a lot of money if the Pirates are on ESPN or Amazon or any of these things.
Yeah.
That builds buzz for them. Like you can't be stagnant like that. This is your punishment now. And your fans gonna have to suffer. But again, if you have a winning franchise, fans are gonna pay.
Yeah. I mean,
Fans are gonna pay.
I said this before to you. Draymond Green said this, where only like 10 teams are competing. Like they're the only like.
Mhm.
And we can talk about the NBA tanking scenario because I hate the fucking idea.
I
they're
hate
trying-
that. I hate that.
it. I guess this is a good transition because there's some teams that in the NBA that are not caring about to compete. They're just fucking caring about
The
pocket.
Wizards.
My Bulls.
Sacramento Kings is a prime example, by the
Yeah,
way.
well, that's a prime example too.
But
The
Pacers.
only thing that
no, the
pissed me off
Pacers
was
went
when
to the finals last year. They're
Yeah, but they're like taking players out towards the
no,
end
no,
of
no.
the
But
game.
I'm
so
saying
they
like
can-
teams that don't care about playing. I don't like
for,
like competitive.
consistently bad.
Like they're
consistently
Oh,
consistently
like
bad.
you look on a yearly basis.
Like they just care about the
Yeah.
bottom dollar. Like Sacramento's a good example. Chicago's a
Mhm.
good example because they keep selling out tickets anyways.
Right.
Yeah, they have the most sold.
So yeah, sold out shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
sold out tickets. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like
It's a
that's
biggest
that's on
city.
the fan base though. Yeah, that's on the fan base because
Yeah.
a lot of people that go see Chicago play are the same people that go see New York play. It's
Yeah.
the fact it's just like it's a date night. You know what I mean? It's mostly casuals that with money.
I mean, yeah, the Knicks, the Garden always sell out regardless of
Mhm.
if they're bad or good.
Dude, when the Knicks were like in the middle of 2000, how bad was the Knicks? Right?
Terrible.
Look how bad the Knicks were. They were terrible. They sold out.
So I mean, it honestly that kind of feeds the ego to the ownership because they're just like, hey, if I'm making 200 million for having a mediocre product, why not?
Why even bother?
Yeah. So
But teams like Sacramento, Washington, Chicago's an anomaly because they're a big city. But like Sacramento, the teams like we're knowingly tanking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Dallas Mavericks is a notorious thing. Again, I'm being a homer, but when the Knicks traded, I forgot when they got I think it was Derek Smith Jr. What they had a trade going on with Dallas, and if Dallas would have
Brunson, that trade.
no, it was actually the number. If the Dallas Mavericks would have won, right, the
Oh,
Knicks would have
yeah.
had at least a top. They would have had what ended up becoming Derek Lively.
Yeah, basically,
It would've been a Knicks
They
pick.
basically sat Luca for
Out.
Derek Lively. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that kind of pissed off
The
Luca.
same thing's going with the Wizards this year.
I'm sorry.
Yes, but the difference is, I think Trey Young and Anthony Davis are hurt.
Right.
Like the whole
Hurt.
Utah's. I mean, Trey Young's playing tomorrow or whatever, so it's fine. And Anthony Davis had surgery, so like I don't know how you're gonna like.
I didn't know Trey Young was coming back tomorrow. So
It's like
Me neither.
He's playing either tomorrow or the next day. Like he's set to play. But the Utah situation was kind of tricky because they sat players and then they got fined, and the Pacers basically the head coach had to sit down with the NBA, and the NBA was like, is this player actually healthy? I think it was Aaron E. Smith, and the NBA was basically saying like, why don't you just give him drugs for him to play? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way an NBA official is sitting there and just be like, yeah, give him fucking steroids and have him fucking run down the court for 60 minutes or whatever. I'm like, that's insane. Like that has to be like fucking like an actual lawsuit, right? Like, you can't fucking sit there and tell
Yeah,
me
so
that.
and like, yeah, I don't think the Pacers are like. Look, the Pacers coming in. When we found out about Halliburton's injury, we knew the Pacers were going to be good anyway. So like, I'm willing to give them a pass anyway. But I'm talking about like the team like Washington, Sacramento, teams that knowingly do this shit. You know what I mean? Knowingly do this shit. Like repeat offenders should be punished harshly. Now, my question to you guys is, what punishment should it be? I'm thinking draft picks, man. I'm thinking a stiff fine and a draft pick.
So
Maybe a future draft pick, maybe not this year's, whatever.
I don't like the tanking idea of like, if you're a top 3 bad team, you cannot be a top 3 pick anymore or whatever. Like, whatever that is.
No.
Because
I don't know.
if I'm a tanking team fan, like if I want to tank and watch my team, if my team is tanking and I'm a fan of it, I don't want to do calculus to see if I'm a top 3 pick or not. Like, I don't want to do this whole mathematical equation. So
Go ahead. Yeah.
I had 2 ideas. The first one, eliminate the draft lottery and just make it
Thank you.
how
That's
the
what
NFL.
Thank the NFL. Keep it just the way the
Make it how
NFL
the
does.
NFL is, because teams are
I mean,
always
Tank
gonna.
will still be around.
But tank was always around. It was always there.
In every
Now,
sport.
I have an idea. With the lottery, just give everyone the same percentage.
No,
Why not?
and because then Oklahoma can get it.
No, every
You going
non-playoff
every
team.
like?
No,
What about every top 10?
no. The lottery.
Look,
you guys don't understand.
I
The
want to
lottery-
get rid of the lottery altogether.
The lottery
I'm with
incentivizes
you.
people to tank, right? If you're sitting
Right.
there and being like, if you're Sacramento and it says you have a 25% shot to get the first overall pick, you're taking that 25% shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Washington is tanking and sitting players. That's why Utah's sitting players. That's why the Grizzlies blew it up, because they know instead of having a 10% chance, 25% chance is better, right? It's like gambling at that point.
Right.
And they're fine
It's
with
pretty
gambling.
much analytics for tanking.
Yeah, but if you eliminate the lottery and saying how the NFL has it, where it's like the worst team gets the worst overall pick, some of these teams cannot tank anymore. They can't just, like, Chicago's not tanking because they're a play-in team. So instead of tanking, they can be competitive. They can just say fuck it. Like, why not just win it all? Because it's like,
Right.
what would you do with the 9th overall pick? Right, like, I don't even know who the 9th overall pick would be, but
I mean, this year is supposed to be deep.
Yeah,
That's why
this year again, defense.
it's like a point
Okay.
guard or some shit like that, right? After the 4th overall pick, it's kind of like meh. I think.
This is supposed to be a really good draft. This year's supposed to be another good one. This is supposed to be really good this year. But again, we won't know till the March Madness time. That's when I start caring.
And the other idea I had was eliminate the draft order completely and make the NBA pick who has the first overall pick. The commissioner and a group of people basically sit there and be like, who's actually ass and who's tanking?
I mean, you can't really trust them with that after the whole Dallas situation.
Yeah, that would be
Exactly.
like some
just
teams are like
instead of
some.
doing this conspiracy theory tinfoil hat, like, oh, Cooper Flag, they rigged it for Cooper Flag. They just flat out just say, yeah, we're doing this, right? Instead of like the worst team, I think is Sacramento, because they're actually playing their veteran players and they're still ass. They get the first overall pick, right? Like Utah, who are sitting players, and Pacers, who are sitting players, they don't have the priority to get the first overall pick because they're sitting players. Washington Wizards are not getting the top 3 pick because of that, right? So it's like, in that scenario, I would say
I think
maybe, but
I like the first one. Get rid of the lottery system and give it to the worst team.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to the tanking thing, I would go with if guys are like towards the end of the season, guys are just like late game scratches or whatever, injuries or whatever. They need a proof of injury, like sort of a doctor's note.
I feel like that's
but
HIPAA,
something
no?
like-
No,
Is it not HIPAA?
Instead of team doctors, make
A
it
team doctor,
NBA
yeah.
doctors.
No.
Yeah,
no.
they need like a second opinion or something.
Because
Like,
NBA
have the
doctors
doctors
will be
work for the
like,
league.
oh, what's the viewership like? This is a primetime game? Yeah, fucking shoot them up with fucking steroids and have them fucking go out there.
Hey, that's better than tanking.
They will never
But
do that,
You're
though.
going to risk a player to fucking die on the court.
I mean,
okay with that?
They actually won't do that because of lawsuits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
like,
tough because look, tanking is real. Like in every sport, every team is tanking. Like, and stuff like baseball, like, nobody pays too much attention to like the. I'm pretty sure there is, but nobody really pays like no Joe Schmo like us or even like a in-depth baseball guy is gonna be like who's the number one overall pick type thing, and they
well,
go by the worst team anyway.
it's hard. It's
So
hard to
like,
draft in the MLB because you miss on everything. Like
yeah, you're gonna
mock
miss on it,
draft
and
was a
everything's based on
Hundreds of
potential.
players.
Yeah, and then there's 100 players in a draft, and then like you're basing everything on potential.
yeah.
It's hard to draft in a baseball, but in like
Yep.
basketball and baseball, I mean, basketball and football, like, come on, like clearly, like the
Yeah.
Raiders were tanking. Clearly, the Jets were trying to tank. Clearly, the Giants last year was trying to tank. So like it's terrible. Like it has to be. It's gonna be hard to like prove it. The only way without like stepping on toes or doing maybe some borderline illegal shit, trying to find out players are really hurt and all that. Like it's tough. I
I
don't know,
mean,
but I do like the idea of getting rid of the lottery system. Give it to the worst team.
I
Now,
mean,
now, what if the team is let's say Sacramento goes back to being the number one team again next year? Like, would you let them pick next year? Like, nah,
yeah,
you got the first pick last year.
yeah,
Go back to the second pick.
yeah. You can.
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. The thing is,
I think you should. If they get caught tanking, you should be like, it should be a harsh penalty.
I mean, number one, if you get caught tanking, like people are sitting out and stuff like that. Also, if they start games and they immediately sit on the bench after like the first minute, like that,
Hmm.
teams will get fined. I think.
Yeah.
You just increase the fines, and at some point it's
Yeah.
going to be $1 million, $2 million, $5 million just for
Right. It
one
goes up.
game,
Yeah.
you know, or one per
Yeah.
player or whatever.
Our players' paycheck too. Like you should like dock it for not playing or some shit. Like it's like when you get like a unpaid day. You know what I mean? Like at work, like
I
you don't
don't
show
know,
up to work, you
man.
don't get paid.
That's tough
I mean,
because like.
I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like there's no right way of doing it. The only
Yeah,
thing that we
it's,
got right, I think, is the whole lottery. Get rid of the whole lottery system. But as far as like tanking, the tough one. It has many faces to it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's
with
gonna be hard to
tanking,
prove.
I think you just have to find the ownership and basically punish the ownership. Don't punish the
What's
players because if you think about it, like head coaches don't care if you tank or not. Like they want to win, right? Players want
right?
to win. GMs
Right.
have to win because they want to keep their jobs. Ownership don't
Right.
care because they're just like, yo, if I
Hmm.
can pocket 100 million and go to fucking whatever, I'm good
Hmm.
with that, you know. But
Yeah, if you're a middling team, but if you're the Washington Wizards, you
the
know what I mean?
ownership's still
Nobody's
making
watching you,
money. I
even in
mean,
your
the
time.
ownership are still is they're not like
Yeah.
losing money.
Yeah, ownership would care, but everybody else like, dude, they're not. Why? Even if I'm a player, like look, if I'm playing for the Washington Wizards and I know Trey Young and my two top guys are out, what incentivized? My numbers are gonna go. I'm gonna look great, but who's watching me?
Hmm.
And this is pretty much a quick L. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's gonna be inflated numbers. I'm gonna be Cam Johnson all over again, or whatever the guy from Brooklyn. Where he at? Whoever team he signs with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the
Like
Bucks.
yeah, you see.
Cam Johnson?
Is it Cam Johnson, the shooting
Oh, Cam
the guy
Thomas.
from Cam Thomas? Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cam
yeah,
Johnson's on the
I mean, dropped like
Denver.
yeah.
dropped 30 points.
But like that's what he does best. That's the only thing he does. Like he
Yeah.
just points in bunches. He don't do nothing else. But I don't know. It's ugly, man. I don't know what can be done for the tanking situation. I just think it'd be a hefty fine. But if you're a repeat offender, you should lose your picks.
I had this idea as well, where if you're tanking in a span of 10 years, you were a top 5 pick. You were forced to sell the team.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
That's
Like
not a
that.
bad idea. I doubt they'll go with that, but that's not bad. You know what I
Like,
mean?
or
That's
like
not,
you're just
yeah.
forced to sell like majority ownership or whatever.
Mhm.
Because you bring in new ownership and they start actually being competitive. Like the Phoenix Suns is a prime example where they were just cheap as fuck for the last like 30 years, and then new ownership came in and they're now like somewhat like trying to win. So
It made the finals.
mm,
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's got to be some type of resolution for tanking. But again, I'd love to see how they're gonna figure this out. I highly doubt they will. But getting rid of the lottery was a great start. It's a great start. Shit is stupid anyway.
You know,
Like,
ironically, the only reason why they're trying to stop the tanking situation is because the sports betting books, like, they're complaining about it. No one else is complaining about it. But
that well that and the like the protected picks, like like the top 8 or whatever the
yeah,
like the thing with the Dallas and things like that.
Yeah.
Because then what's the point in doing that if you're gonna tank and then that pick means nothing. Like it just moves back a year, and then it's like,
Mhm.
all right, then after a certain year, it goes back to that team. You know what I mean? So like, it just does it makes that deal stupid. Like it makes that protected pick non-valuable at all. You know what I
Well,
mean? The Knicks would have had a top 10 pick.
well,
Not like it would have
counterpoint to that.
mattered. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
A counterpoint to that is like, even if you have the first overall pick, you can still miss,
yeah, that's true.
right?
But again, like, if you were looking for a team like, not necessarily the Knicks, but like a team that really would like a top 10 player in a deep draft, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, that hurts. Now you just resort to not having that pick. That pick stays with the team you traded with,
hmm
or get pushed down the line, and then you'll never see that pick again.
I mean, that's
So,
negotiation because sometimes it gets converted to like 2 second-round picks or whatever. So
Mhm.
maybe.
They gotta figure that out. But the NBA for some reason isn't a great space, and which is weird because this is moving on to the All-Star game. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, although it was better than last year's All-Star game or whatever, it was crazy. You had the geriatric team losing to the young team, and then the world team didn't even do shit. They barely showed up. Like, I think the format should be like, if Joker and Luca don't want to be there, don't let them be there.
hmm
You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much like they should just go to
Wemby
the
was
same way
showing up.
as huh?
Wasn't Wemby like going off?
Yeah, but that's still one. Like, are we clamoring to see the games anymore? Like, the 3-point contest is more entertaining than anything, or even like the skills challenge is more important. Is more watchable than anything else. The dunk
Mhm.
contest
Get
is
rid-
pretty much done. The
Yeah, because
games
you know what, you can't come up with anything new.
exactly, and then like I like again. I didn't mind the format, the NBA versus the world. I just didn't like it was like 2 U.S. teams versus the one world team. Like, I don't know, they should have broke that up even more. Just made it one USA versus the world, and that's it.
That's a lot of USA players in.
Exactly. But that's what
That's
either
wow.
you. Yeah,
I
but then you had the old USA team versus the new USA team versus the world.
yeah, I had an idea where it's like every other year they do like states versus the world, where it's like everyone from California, born in California, play like California jerseys or whatever. Even if
Oh, what?
like if you're born in Texas, like I don't know, like Kevin Durant or whatever, like he plays in Texas with other Texas All Stars or whatever, and they they play each other like like LA versus Texas or LA versus New York players or whatever, like tri-state or something like that. I don't know, but I think they might have to do like every other year now because I feel like the All-Star break, unless they want to just say fuck it and just like this is a declining like event, but just make
I
it
would
an All-Star
literally
thing.
make it. I'll do the Rising Stars. I'll do the 3-point contest, and I'll do the skill challenge. Everybody enjoy your night. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all. Like, you want to do a celebrity game for the retards? Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the rookie versus sophomore scenario, like
Yeah,
back
no,
in the
I'm saying like
day.
the Rising
That was
Stars. Yeah, the
yeah,
Rising Stars. You do that. Keep that. That's actually entertaining.
yeah.
But
But for the Sunday event, I just think they gotta like change it up. Maybe make that the NBA like Cup finals.
bro, remember I said that though, like
Yeah.
last when we first announced it, like, dude,
Yeah.
make that during All-Star week.
Yeah,
Like, instead of just having it for one day, have it for the week.
yeah. But I don't know.
I would love that. That would be great.
Yeah,
Because then people get confused, like, oh wait, is this you do it while the season is going on? I'm just like, all right, is this a World Cup game or is it the regular
Yeah.
season game? And then
Yeah.
does it apply to the record? And this
Yeah.
is stupid. I was just like,
Yeah.
have it during the week of All-Star
Make
week,
it
and
like
then
three events.
the championship game is on Sunday.
Make
You know what they should add?
go ahead.
The one-on-ones.
I think that's a Saturday event. That would be a Saturday event, not a Sunday event. But like, I don't know who would like. That would be like people.
That'd be more competitive.
That would people would have to sign up for that. But yeah, absolutely, that'd be competitive. I think for the NBA World Cup, they have to make it like a 3-week scenario, and just like have all the teams fly to like an area and then have them all just stay there for 3 weeks and they're just playing games like the whole day, and just have them like how like the soccer thing does, like in that scenario, like make it work like that. And it doesn't have to be in America, it can be like an international thing where it's like they go to like Europe or whatever and they just like play for like the whole 3 weeks, and then the NBA final, I mean the World Cup thing is the Sunday for the All-Star break or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really, it's not appealing to me anymore because it doesn't matter, because even All-Stars don't care, so it's like, why would I care?
Right.
I mean, even
Like
if it's
the
like
All-Star
Steph Curry.
game, yeah, let's be real. The All-Star game is for like when the young guys hit that when they show off they're the next in line. Like it was pretty much Wemby and Anthony Edwards, right? And then but Kawhi stole the show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But like those are
Yeah.
those are the only scenarios we're really watching. Like, can Anthony Edwards be have a Kobe and Allen Iverson moment? And can Wemby shows that his greatness
problem,
like, for
though.
the world to see?
Here's the problem though. LeBron James is not an All-Star, but he was an All-Star.
Nope.
Right? Like they gave him the All-Star ticket because he was LeBron James, but he's not an All-Star. Like Kobe Bryant is that same scenario where they gave him an All-Star. Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade had an All-Star appearance at their last year, but they weren't All-Star levels. And I think that kind of watered it down, where it's like if the players don't care, like if the players are just getting like given like free tickets to the All-Star game, like they don't care about it. Like it was an honor back then to get an All-Star thing. It was hard to get into it, but now it's like, you want to be an All-Star? Yeah, sure. Here you go, Darren Fox. Like I never thought Darren Fox was an All-Star, but he got into it for some reason.
Bro, it's like it's pretty much like the Pro Bowl to a lot of players where like didn't get in.
I
And,
was trying to say, what do you
Yeah.
think's more honorable, NBA All-Star or Pro Bowl?
NBA, because NBA you have historic performances like Jordan versus Magic. Like, can anybody give like a Pro Bowl performance, like a legendary Pro Bowl performance? No.
Sean Taylor.
Yes,
Well, did he die the next year?
I don't think so. But
Oh.
the thing about the Pro Bowl is that it's at the end of the season. It's after the season ends, so most people who are in the Pro Bowl are having surgery and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
So they're
that's
not
true.
they can't play. And then the other two people who are in the Pro Bowl are most likely going to be in the Super Bowl, Drake May and Sam Darnold this year. So you kind of go into the Shadur Sanders scenario where it's like, yeah, you're the last one there.
It's one of those.
Him and his backup.
and-
No, wait, no, it's Joe Burrow and his backup.
Yeah. So it's like, and then it's like Cam Moore got invited, and I was like, I don't think Cam Moore's a Pro Bowler, but like,
Our boy CJ Stroud got invited.
yeah, he declined it. But I was like, thank God he declined it. Do you want to talk about NFL news and then we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, let's talk about the breaking news today with David Montgomery going to Houston.
Love it.
He said that
You
was
guys,
his
it's a
preferred team.
need.
He said
Yeah,
that
you
was
guys needed a running back.
Do we need a running back? No, but we have to have an. Like, I think Joe Mixon's out. I think he's gonna get cut very soon.
Yeah, I don't. Well, God knows what happened to him.
Yeah, that was a whole scenario. I think rumors have it is that he had surgery, but it was like it was a spotty surgery, so it was like he had to do surgery again, and the team doctors didn't know about it. The team didn't know about it, so it was kind of like a sketchy scenario. It was kind of like a
I did it behind the back.
yeah. It was probably like he had remember when the Padres had the guy where he had like ringworm and then he had surgery and stuff like that. I forgot his name. The outfielder on the Padres,
Merrill?
And it's not.
the Spanish dude that like he had
Tatis?
yeah, Tatis,
Dark.
right? Where he, like he had
Yeah.
like
Tatis.
surgery and he had ringworm, he had like steroids and stuff like that. I think it happened like
Jesus.
that where he had like Joe Mixon probably had like a car accident or something like that, had to have surgery, but he didn't tell the team because they couldn't void his contract or something like that. The thing hindsight's 2020. Like I would still prefer Brees Hall here, right? Like for the third.
Everybody would though. That's the thing. Everybody would.
He's 24 though. Like David Montgomery's 29, and you gave a 4th round pick for him.
I don't know, bro. Like I think that price. I don't know what the price. I'm pretty sure the price will be really steep for Brees Hall.
I mean, we just franchise tag him.
It was a 3rd round pick.
No, I mean like his contract, like how much he.
Oh
would
yeah,
get.
I mean,
Were
you
the-
probably franchise tag him. I think the Jets are franchising tagging him. So
Yeah, I don't even think the Jets are even trying to get rid of him.
no, I mean like
That's
during the
probably why they
trade
made
deadline
that deal.
last year,
Oh,
he
well,
was
that's different.
available. But still, I think, like, I don't know, like a 3rd round. Like I think Woody Marks is good, as a running back. It's weird because you had 2 2nd round picks, and like this is your like big splashy move. I think if you're the Houston Texans, I feel like they're not gonna do anything crazy in the free agency, which is like unfortunate, and they might rerun this team.
Yeah, he's in the O line, really.
I think they're gonna draft O-line. I don't see them like spending the money. They're like negative 10 million in cap, by the way.
Jesus.
They can
Yeah,
kind of
they
like make it where they can be like 40 million under. They just need to reconstruct contracts and stuff like that. But like, it is, yeah, they are. I think they're under 8 million. Like they can cut like Golden Swords and like reconstruct Daniel Hunter and Nico Collins and stuff like that and make it work, but it's still a lot.
There's still a lot, and then they still have to might have to re-sign some players as well, and then it's gonna be they're gonna have to get real creative to make this team. I don't know what this team could even do. Like, I mean, David Montgomery's. I like the deal. But I think that it goes more than just him.
Mm-hmm.
Like CJ Stroud, you definitely need an O-line. I'm pretty sure you're gonna draft one, but you gotta go into free agency and get a vet that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Browns got their whole line. Like lost their whole line.
Yeah,
free agency.
All the Browns linemen basically walked because they were old, but.
Right, but then
I'll take one of them.
But can you afford them?
If they take the veteran minimum.
That's a big if. With the other teams are probably going to offer more. With cap space, they just want a vet. Like, the guy's worth a vet minimum, then we'll give you just a little bit more than that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Houston's in a tough spot because they got to protect CJ Stroud. And to see if he's capable of. I mean, we all know that he's probably not it.
Nope.
But ownership probably thinks like,
I feel like he's gonna pull Daniel Jones on us. I really do.
If it's his contract, yeah.
It is
technically his contract year.
Yeah.
So watch him go for MVP
he's
status.
He's gonna get like a $250 million contract, and he's gonna stink the bed, and we cut him. Then he goes to like a different team, and he just goes nuts. Is that what
I think
you're
he's gonna
thinking?
get that. I'm thinking close to that. Yes.
Well, not the last part.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get a sweet deal if he carries that team past it. If they win, because it's always been like 1st round exits, right?
Second.
So 2nd round exits, so they get
They
past. They get to the.
game.
Yeah, they got to make a championship game. Well, look, if they don't make it to the championship, they're like the Knicks of the NFL. Like if they don't make it the Eastern their division championship game, then they're probably gonna have to fire they probably have a fire sale. Like the coach is gonna be gone.
It's different in NFL because like we saw 2 coaches that barely fucking won in the season, but they were in the playoffs. The Steelers, Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, and they just never got fired for 20 years.
So this was a strange one. This is a weird one though. This was an anomaly.
Kyle Shanahan, how about that? How about Kyle Shanahan? He never won the Super Bowl, but like he's loved and praised in the 49ers.
And they're winning franchise with players that has always been injured, or they always find ways to
Kevin
win.
McConnell with the Vikings, like he didn't win the Super Bowl, but like
He'll probably get fired before anyone though.
Think so?
He could probably get fired. I think he's a great coach.
I
I think
think
he's a great
firing
coach,
the
but I
GM
think
kind of bought him time.
it's fair. But I think if they have another underachieving year, even with JJ, if he can take JJ McCarthy into being a somebody, then I think he's
Nah, they're
done.
gonna
JJ
replace.
McCarthy. The thing is, JJ McCarthy might cost him his job.
I think this is a washed year for the Vikings because they're under $45 million in cap. So they have
The season that just passed, right?
no. I'm saying like this year that's coming up is a washed
I mean,
year
no,
because
I took this year as a wash. I think next year they gotta win.
I'm saying it's a wash year because they're like negative $45 million in cap right now. So they have to make drastic cuts, and they're probably gonna let a bunch of players walk, like Jordan Addison and probably like the running.
He's on his rookie. He's on a rookie deal though.
Yeah, but like he's probably gonna get traded for like assets, or they're just probably gonna like not extend him. And then they're probably just gonna like try to sign a veteran quarterback for like less than 10 million, and then try to like
and bring Kirk Cousins back, yo.
Jesus.
Bring Kirk Cousins back
Jets
because
get him.
Kirk
I think the Jets
Cousins?
are all in on. I think Jets are going to
Yeah.
end on Malik Willis. They're on the Malik Willis train.
Listen,
No, they can't afford him. But he's gonna be trying to ask for like 20, 30 a year.
they just can afford him. What?
And the Jets,
I mean, they
Jets
can
makes
afford
the
him,
move.
and they can't they need to spend that money somewhere else. You know.
The Jets. I think the Jets probably won't get him because of the next year's draft. Really, they don't want this kid coming in and they start winning.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
The Jets have $87 million in cap.
yeah, they would
Yeah.
have to spend about a third of that on a quarterback. Why would you do that?
I mean, then again, they can also just cut like Justin Fields and get some of that money
Will.
back. If
It's
anything.
more of a.
No, I
it's
think
more
they
of
still get a
will.
cap hit because
Yeah, they
he's
get they
guaranteed.
get a dead cap of 22 million, but it's like a 1 year deal, like 1 year left on his deal, right? So it's like the year
Yeah,
after
he's
he'd
on a
be
2-year
out.
deal. Yeah, he signed a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
He gave a fully guaranteed contract, pretty much. It's
They're the
hilarious.
second most freed cap space. Tennessee Titans is number one, which I think Ronald Robinson is gonna go to that team. If I'm like really debating on it, I think Wando Robson's gonna pair up with Dable. The worst cap team is the Cowboys, and the second worst cap team is the Minnesota Vikings at 44 million negative. Third place is the Saints with negative 43 million. Wow, Houston is
Damn,
negative
Saints?
11 million.
Really?
So Saints are always in dead caps like hell because they have Alvin Kamara and the tight end Paulus that's like owed like fucking $1 billion. What's his name? Chase Young is getting paid 20 million. Cameron Jordan is getting paid 18 million. Alvin Kamara is getting paid 18 million. Taysom Hill is making 13 million as a tight end who's 36 years old, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Because they just kept pushing back their money out and their dead cap, which I don't see why this is their dead cap. Derek Carr is in their dead cap with 60 million in the cap hit. Yeah.
Speaking of Derek
He's
Carr, how
coming
do you
back,
feel about his
right.
return to the Jets?
No.
You heard about that though?
Shit. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
happening.
it was the rumors was the Jets, and then he kind of like clarified and said like,
Yeah,
go to
the
a team
Vikings, right?
I want to go to a team that's like going to the Super Bowl. Like I want to go to a team that's like competitive.
Yeah, but like,
And
what
I'm like-
competitive team needs a quarterback?
What exactly?
I guess the Vikings are the only
The
team.
Vikings that only make sense to me.
The Vikings,
They can't afford him.
Houston technically, the Chiefs technically for this year.
Yeah, the Chiefs makes actually a lot more sense right now. For right now. But if
Denver,
Andy Reid
depending on
ain't-
how bad Bo Nix's injury is,
Mhm.
Atlanta.
It's
Atlanta's a good shout, but they're in the same
Atlanta's a
division.
good shot.
They're in the same division, so probably not.
That's not right. I think the Chiefs. If Andy Reid sees something in him, I trust Andy Reid. But if Andy Reid doesn't want you, then you ain't shit. You know what I mean? I think I look at
Maybe the Steelers, if they really want to be like competitive.
Steelers make
But he's
sense.
34 years old and he like tore his whole shoulder, and he's always injured. Like I don't think he wants to really come back and be like, yeah, I'm fucking fighting for my life.
Is it two? What is it? How long he's been off the game? 2 or 3 years?
1 year, I think.
It's only been 1 year.
He retired last year, I think, or the year before. Right?
Yeah,
I thought
two seasons, maybe 1 or 2.
sometimes you just need to get away from the game and miss it to come back, and then you realize why you love the game. I don't know. I just don't think he's good. I never thought he was good anyway.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was overrated.
He retired in
Me too,
2025.
So yeah, he's probably just needed to get that shoulder healthy and then come back. But like everybody thinks they could, always come back and play. But Tom Brady, if he didn't really have that terrible year his last year, then he definitely clearly, even though he was himself, it was somebody else. If a rookie had Tom Brady numbers that year, he'll be a rookie of the year. But Tom wasn't Tom his last year. You know what I mean? And he realized it was probably over.
I guess the hype is because of Phillip Rivers coming back for the Colts, but that's
different though. Like because Phillip was like that, and they didn't necessarily win. He played well, but they didn't win. They didn't generate
lost out,
wins.
Actually, they didn't make the playoffs.
Exactly.
So
like it was the same result
to make the playoffs, and then they lost out.
Oh, speaking of the Colts, what are you talking about Richardson? What do you think he's going to go play? He's on the market now.
I think he might go to the
Vikings. I was going to say XFL, but that actually makes sense.
Okay. I'm still high on Richardson. I think
the talent is there.
Hear me out.
He's got to put it together. And it's Indianapolis. He wasn't motivated. That team,
I think the Jets
he's a young kid. Now the Jets need to get away from these young.
Like, say if it doesn't work out, they have next year's draft picks.
I don't think the Jets. For that. I
it's
think
it's either you hit on him or you're gonna tank regardless and get a fucking.
I mean, I think
that's the way.
I think the obvious shout is the Rams, right? With Anthony Richardson, because if McVay can save you, anyone can, you'll be God. The 49ers will be a good shot too, because you could trade away Mac Jones for anything and then just buy into Anthony Richardson and be like, all right, you can be our backup if anything. Is that a team that he wants to be like there? Probably not. What's a good team for him though? I don't know. I mean, the Vikings are always going to be there because the connection with the head coach saying that he's a good player and stuff like that. I think the Atlanta Falcons might be a good shout too.
He thinks they do, but he's an experiment though. He's an experiment.
He needs a good coach.
Vikings makes the only sense to me.
Are you saying Kevin Stefanski is not a good head coach?
He is, but I don't think he had an experiment in freaking the Cleveland Browns for like 5 years or whatever.
Well,
he doesn't need to make this.
He got cucked because the GM bought into Deshaun Watson and gave 5 first-round picks for that. I don't blame him on the whole Cleveland scenario. And then after Deshaun Watson...
But he sucked on Baker Mayfield.
Well, it was because they got Deshaun Watson. That was not his like move. Like I think he wanted Watson. I mean, I think he wanted Baker Mayfield. And then on top of after Baker Mayfield, Watson, sorry, they got Shedeur Sanders and a bunch of like nobodies. I don't know, like Atlanta definitely needs a quarterback. I don't know who will be there. Obviously Michael Penix Jr. might be just done towards ACL, so he's out for the year probably. So I don't know. Atlanta definitely needs a quarterback though.
They do, but I don't even know. Like I think the Jets, they need vets right now. Even though they overpaid for Kirk and he's probably gone.
Tanking. Like they can go 0-16 and I'm fine with that. Like I don't see them
making
the playoffs.
That's why I think a guy like Derek Carr would be perfect for them. Because he's like, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get out of him? What can you possibly get out of him?
If Derek Carr is in the free agency, yes, but like you have to trade for him.
Oh yeah. If he was a free agent, my bad. I thought he was a free agent. I know you have to be solid. You have to buy him, right?
Yeah,
from the same. Yeah.
I mean, the Saints might get like anything for him.
It's probably a mid-round pick, like a 5th or 6th or something like that.
That
I'm the
saves
Jets. I'm holding on to my
salary
picks.
cap.
Yeah,
But
I'm not. If I'm the Jets, I'm not doing
If you're
that.
the Jets, you're fucking you're tanking anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
You know,
Um,
yeah, I don't know what the Jets are gonna do, but if I'm them, I'm not going after no experiments this year because it could work good for you or it could
So
work bad
you
against
wouldn't
you.
go for Ty Simpson?
I
Or
No.
think no, but
or the kid from
I
LSU, third
if
round.
I was if Chambliss was in this draft, they would have gone for Chambliss,
I mean,
100%.
if Dante
Yeah,
Moore
he
was
didn't
in
want
this
to go there.
draft, they would have gone to Dante
Yeah,
Moore. But
exactly. Everybody realized that nobody went to the Jets. But if you're next year's draft pick quarterback, then you're gonna have no choice, right?
which I don't understand because the second overall pick is making like over $60 million guaranteed, and people are saying like I'd rather go back to college and be a
Yep.
25-year-old quarterback than
Yep.
make $60 million is unreal.
Because it depends. The thing is, it depends on the situation. Like if I'm Dante Martin, he made a great decision. Because look, you're gonna go to the Jets. Who's your quarterback coach?
It doesn't matter. I'm making $60 million. That's generational
But
money.
is it?
Yes.
And
Even after
nah,
taxes, you're making $30 million.
right? But you're talking to a kid that's what 22, 23 years old.
I mean, at the end of the day, $30 million, you're
His
walking
second
away and you'll be
contract.
alright.
Yeah, I think he knows his worth. He's like, yo, I'd rather just stay another year,
We try to compete,
just
Probably
compete.
won't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
but
going to
then
the
then
Jets, man. It depends on the Jets.
You become Carson Beck, who's 26 years old, fucking dating a Bella Danger or whatever, and being a
And he
Not a
fifth-round
bad
pick.
move.
He was never
Not a
that
bad
good to
move.
begin with.
Not a bad
Not
move
a
though.
bad, but you're gonna be a 5th-round pick, which is making like $500,000. You rather be
But
doing
I
that?
mean, he was never like a top pick either way. Like,
He was a top
even
three, the third round
it's-
pick. Or
that year when they went to the championship game, he was
even Drew
considered the top
Allard.
10
How about
pick.
Drew Allard from Penn State? He should have drafted last year, but he came back and now he might be like a top 6th overall.
Well,
he's
sixth
he
round
might-
pick.
he's not even going to get drafted. I don't think because
Probably.
he had a brutal injury.
Yeah.
no, he's like the 4th best quarterback, technically.
I wanted the Giants to get him last year, but he decided to stay. But I don't think if I'm a player like you're making $16 million at that young age, the money will always going to be there. Again, they're betting on themselves, and $60 million like as a secondary thing is not that bad.
I mean, counterpoint, the Jets are probably going to be there again. So
Anyway,
Dante
yeah.
Moore is just screwed anyways.
Yeah, he's like,
Or
I'm not
like
going to that.
Arizona or some shit. I mean, then again, like next year, like Arch Manning probably might hit the draft and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think if Arizona was a number 2 pick, I think the kid would at least thought about it harder. I think Dante
Why?
would have probably thought about it more.
But like
Better offense.
Like Jets are a laughing stock, but like all these teams right now in the top 10 pick are laughing stocks too. We just don't talk about them because they're not the Jets. Arizona have not been successful since the Super Bowl that they lost.
But they're not the Jets.
They don't have a coach that's sleeping on top.
They're not the Jets. And they got that kid. They got the coach. They got a legit coach now.
Yeah, I think he's a lame duck, but it is what it is.
It's before, right?
Yeah, Mike LaFleur.
Hey, we don't know yet.
But like,
Yeah, true.
You're losing you don't have your quarterback, your franchise quarterback with him, and then what's your biggest need? Is it O-lineman in the draft? Are you drafting an O-lineman with a 3rd overall pick, or are you drafting defense with a 3rd overall pick?
Now I think you go the O line, right? I think that's what I would do. But again, there's only top 2 O lines out there. So me personally, I would probably go on best player available and then probably go to the defensive guy. Or Downs.
Best available player
Wow.
probably Downs or
Oh no,
Jeremiah Love.
Downs has a ACL injury.
Who?
Caleb
Caleb Downs.
Oh, he had
He
an
has
ACL injury.
Yeah, like a serious one. He's
Ooh.
falling down the draft stock.
But I didn't think he was gonna go past Giants at 5.
No, I thought he was gonna go like 20th.
I thought he was gonna be top 10.
He's a
He
safety.
is to me.
He's a safety.
I know, but I think he's the best overall player in the draft.
I agree.
Overall,
It's either him or Jeremiah Love.
yeah, and I think,
Now,
dude,
How do you
I
think about
heard
the
you,
Giants?
Giants.
Talking
Yeah,
about getting him.
I
Jeremy
would do
Love?
it. I would do it.
Nah.
Jeremy
No,
Love?
here's the reason. Yeah, there's a thing. Came out today about or yesterday. I think it was like the
Harbaugh
Giants are
wants him.
high. I'm running. Here's the reason why, and this is the reason why I think that they're gonna do it. Cam Scott was coming off a fucking just like fucking horrendous injury, right? Like if he's coming close to half of what he is a success story by itself. But he's not your every down back. He was not even your every down back when he was healthy.
Mhm.
So he's more of a situational guy.
Yep.
Tracy, even though he was one of the first, he was first running back in Giants in a long time. Well, since Saquon was gone, like make 1,000 yards, he's a fumble machine. And Singletary is pretty much going to be a cap guy, right? This guy, again, his ceiling is so high, and the Giants have a decent offensive line. I wouldn't pick him that high at 5, but I could see why they would do it, and I wouldn't be mad if they did. I still think you should get receiver or defense,
I mean,
go defense.
Would you
But
let history repeat itself again?
Saquon was he's a generational talent. Though. This kid has a potential to be a generational talent. I'm not saying he is, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I think there's other needs, but if he's there and Harbaugh wants him, we'll get him.
Yeah.
I still think they're gonna go. I think they'll.
Honestly,
I don't think they're gonna do it.
besides him going to the Chiefs, that would
That would
hurt
that'd
my
be
soul.
crazy. I would love that. I had him going. That's where I have him going. I have him going to the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
me too.
But
Chiefs or Saints.
yeah, but I think it's a smoke screen that they just find one of them to like trade up and the Giants get more assets because they want a third round. They want the third round pick because they don't have one because of the Jackson Dart trade. So I think they want a third round pick. So they'll switch with either the Saints or the Chiefs and then get that third round pick, and then one of their spots. So I that's what I think I think that's what the smoke is about. I think that's only what it is about. It's because they want that third round pick. Smart. I mean, this is a good. They could get whoever they could even get. They still could get a wide receiver. They could still get a defensive
Lemon's
guy.
falling down too because he's
Yeah, he's talking shit. He's talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
Which I don't get
looks-
either.
It's
Because
crazy.
You're tanking your stock to get into a playoff team, but you're gonna be the third wide receiver. Like if you're
No matter
Lemon
what,
and you
right?
get drafted by the Rams, are you happy?
I would be if that's his ultimate goal.
But you're behind Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, so
I don't
Yeah, that's
think
what I'm
the
saying, like-
Rams would pick a receiver.
Yeah, I don't think the Rams are even going to go that
I
route.
have him picking a receiver because Devontae Adams is 37 years old or whatever.
Still-
After Devontae
he's still
Adams
good.
and Puka Nacua, who is your wide receivers?
I don't know. I still think I think you should get that third receiver later in the draft anyway. I don't think you go for this home run so quick. I
Well,
think
they have two
he's gonna
first-round
be.
picks, so
Oh, so there you go. So yeah. So then why I wouldn't if he's available, then go get him. Then I guess.
all right. So like,
I can see it,
if,
but-
if you're Malachi Lyman and the Vikings pick you, are you happy?
It's his fault. Well, I mean, you have Justin Jefferson and Addison, right? Then if that's the case, then I do believe Addison will be gone.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Because that's the two. Him and Addison and McCollum are pretty much one and the same. Like you have two of the same
my
guys.
argument is like most wide
Lemon's
receivers
a
are
better
try-
catcher.
Well, they're trying to be wide receiver ones, right? Like that's the whole scenario. Like that's the dream, to be the
Like-
only target.
Yeah,
Like
but you're behind Justin Jefferson no matter what.
exactly. So
Yeah,
like
eat that. You have to eat
the
that.
top 5 picks teams like the Browns. For I think his argument is like I'm tanking because I don't want to be a Brown, right? Because that's like kind of where my first wide receiver goes to.
Mhm.
If you get drafted by the Browns, you're a wide receiver 1 locked immediately. You don't have to even say a word, and you're a wide receiver 1.
he could be tanking stock and still end up a New York Jet.
Yeah, the Jets and the Rams don't care.
I mean, again,
They'll
like-
pick.
the money. I don't know. I think the money
He'll be
also just
Jets at
goes.
16.
The money goes insane though. Like I feel like you're still
I
making a ton of money.
I don't think he even cares about that. I think what he's doing is strategic. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's tanking his fucking. He's doing it for a reason.
Like what team
And it
would
does not-
you want to go to if you're taking your stocks?
Apparently, any team but the Browns.
Cause like
I'll
it
take him
didn't
for
work
the
with
Texans.
Shador. It didn't work with Shador. You think it's gonna work with you? Like that's my whole argument. It's like it should have fell 5 rounds, and we all agreed that he was a first round pick. Like we thought he was gonna be the second overall pick or whatever. People were gonna move up for him. But
Second quarterback at least.
exactly, I thought like
He'll be the steal of the draft.
I don't
But
know
for
about
him,
that,
it's just,
but
for him, it's pretty much a character.
But
They
Ty
was
Lemon
basically
in
on
the
his
5th round.
character.
like
It was a character thing with him.
with,
This door. That was more like that was just like a black. He was being blackballed. Had nothing to do with his
well, I
talent.
mean, he was also throwing away like interviews because he was like, if you don't want to play me, don't draft me. Right? He kind of
Right.
said that
And then,
with
yeah.
the Ravens, where he's like, I don't want to sit behind Lamar, so they didn't draft him. But
Crazy thing, he would have played a lot this year.
yeah,
If he was with the Ravens, he'd at least play like these 10 games or some shit.
I just don't know where Malachi Lemon will even go. Like, what team would
I think this-
he would like love to?
He's
be at?
gonna
hope the Texans get
apologize. Yeah, he's gonna apologize. He's gonna like eat shit for a week, and then it's gonna be all forgotten. Till Mel Kiper brings it up. I'm telling you, like this is really like him just trying to like Eli his way out of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, even if you Eli your way out of Cleveland Brown, like, what's the next team that you'd be like, yes?
And
thank God.
honestly, I think it's any team but the Browns.
So you would go to Washington?
If you get Jason, you got Daniels. You
Washington
get,
is a fair point because they have old
Mhm.
wide receivers. You would
Mhm.
you would go to the Bengals?
Why not? You get Joe Burrow for maybe before he gets traded, and then you still got the bank. They're still gonna make it. The Bengals don't. They will do the Bengal thing and draft him, but
Right. Like,
I mean, you get to be like what the fourth receiver.
would you be
Like, I
happy
don't know.
going to the
Ravens.
Dolphins?
It's Miami, no tax. You know what I mean?
How about the
Easy.
Ravens?
Maybe I was thinking
Ravens?
the Ravens, but it's like,
Yeah.
are you happy there? Like, are you excited
Yeah.
to be behind Zay Flowers
And
Derrick
but,
Henry?
but it's the thing. But here's the thing, though. Like he could easily surpass Zay Flowers to be the
Yeah.
number
Who's
one.
wide receiver 4? Because it's going to be Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers.
I
Or it
mean,
could be-
Maybe Mark
I could
Andrews if
take
you want to
over
be
as-
debatable. Like,
I think he'll overtake Zay
isn't
Flowers.
Zay Flowers a slot receiver?
yeah, but like,
Yeah, but the thing is,
experience
Oh,
with
he's gonna-
Lamar, you can't really.
You
Just-
you
I mean,
can't have one-on-one. But the way Lamar plays, you need a slot guy because he moves around a lot. But I think if Malachi Lemon, I think my best chance to be number one versus wide receiver will be the Ravens because Zay Flowers, Zay Flowers is a known choke artist in the big games. All you have to do is just outperform him
I mean, I
as
think,
your number one receiver.
I think because Malachi Lemon taking his stock, I think Carnell Tate is the first wide receiver off the board.
I had him as my first receiver anyway. I had him going to the Giants first before I thought before I think one of the defensive guys was going to drop
I
to
like
him.
Malachi
Caleb
Lemon.
Downs.
I like his skill set more than Carnell Tate.
He has really good hands.
Pause.
Yeah,
Pause.
all
Pause.
three of them. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, all three of them have. I think all three wide receivers got good hands. I just think it's just the need which would fit best for the team that you want
I think
to build around. I think Cardinal Tate will be better than for the Giants than Lemon or Tyson.
I think Lemon plays like Neighbors in a way.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
it's like-
why they're
No,
too
wait.
similar.
I was gonna say Pickens,
Tate or Lemon?
Lemon.
Oh, really? I see him more of like a Puka Nakua. That's his ceiling, like a
Yeah, just like
JSN.
making like really crazy catches.
Yeah, like a JSN,
Yeah.
Puka Nakua,
Yeah.
Neighbors vibe.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah,
like,
I like
he's a bit
Tate.
shifty.
Yeah, I think Tate will get. He's the guy when you need a first down, you go give him the ball. Neighbors is your big play guy. Tate is your every down receiver. You're a consistent guy. You know he gonna catch the ball. Where Slayton was supposed to be, I think Tate replaces that.
I think they comped Malachi Lemon to St. Brown. And I'm trying to see. Oh, Carnell Tate's
Lemon was better than St. Brown.
Carnell Tate's comparison, according to NFL.com, is Chris Olave.
But didn't both of them
Just
play
keep-
for Ohio State?
No, I mean, St. Brown played for USC, where
No,
Lemon
I'm talking about
played, and
Olave.
then
Olave.
yeah,
Olave
Olave played for Yeah, that's when they picked two guys from the same school.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't make sense to me because it's just how the school. That's how the school draft. I mean, pick their receivers. Then
Bleacher Report said a taller and heavier version of Devontae Smith.
that's on tape.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's fine. The kid could catch. He could. They all could catch. But I like him. I just think as a fit, he might. I think. But I think the overall. I think the guy who's going to end up having a better career is out of all those three will probably be Lyman.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Tyson's too injury prone, so to be a
Yeah, I don't trust that guy at all.
I think
He'll probably give you 2 good years.
I think a sleeper is probably Chris Bell, if anything.
I have Boston as my sleeper
Him
receiver.
too.
Or Case Deception.
All three are just phenomenal
Good.
picks. I think they're
I
probably
think this is
That
a
was a kid
low
from
key
UConn, right?
good. This is a low key good receiver
I think
draft.
he's an Aggie. I think he's a Texas guy.
No, Conception's Aggie. I'm saying Bell is from UConn, right?
No,
I
Louisville.
believe
Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah, I think
There's a kid
Louisville.
from UConn. There's a really good receiver from UConn.
I'll look that up. But what you were saying, Joe?
I think this is a low key one of those hidden great receiving drafts.
Yeah.
I think they're not being talked enough. I think it's just those 3 guys and that's it. But nah, there's some good ones here. They're gonna be on
Skylar
good
Bell
teams
is
too.
the one that you're talking about.
Skylar Bell.
Man.
What was the guy you were talking about?
Chris Bell.
Yeah.
A bunch of bells.
Yeah, there's a ton of wide receivers. There's really good running backs if you really want to think about it.
I agree.
Which are
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah.
Coleman, stuff like that.
Corners
I don't know
too.
if the Giants draft fucking Jeremiah Love. I swear to God, it will not bother me at all. I wouldn't even be shocked.
I'm telling you right now, I think we should do a draft stream if we're down. Again,
I'm down. Oh wait, when is it again? Is it my birthday this time though?
maybe, I don't know.
It's April 23rd. Shit.
If Kendrick Sadiq falls to Houston and they don't draft him, I might break my fucking desk.
You think he's gonna fold?
I'm saying if he falls, he's good. I think he's probably a top 10 pick. I've
thought he
been
was-
saying this
I
from the
thought
top
he
of
was
my
top
lungs.
10. Probably would be top 10. Yeah.
I think he's a top 10 pick.
Oh shit! It's my birthday, bro. I don't know. It's on my birthday.
It's a
I was gonna
Thursday,
say
man.
if
Nah,
the Chiefs don't get low,
barely up.
they're probably gonna get him.
If Love falls to Houston or Kendrick
Oh.
Sadiq, I would fucking just go nuts. If Houston trades out of the first round again, I might fucking commit a crime,
think-
bro. Oh my God.
What they should do is use their second to move up. Like you have 2 seconds, right? You use your second and the first to move up
For
in the
what?
first round.
And move up from the top 20 or whatever, and move up to what?
Well, let's see. Maybe with like, I have to look at like what teams are in order. Like,
What is the Bengals at 10?
Yes,
yeah, that'd be a good team to trade with.
but you would be behind the Saints and the Chiefs for Jeremiah Love, and you would get.
All right, and we get Sadiq.
You can get Sadiq at 10 though for sure. Unless the Saints, there's always gonna be that one.
I wouldn't
usually-
even mind
usually it's
the
Atlanta.
tackle from Miami.
Usually it'll be Atlanta that makes these goofy what the fuck are they doing? But maybe the Saints might take Sadiq before they take possibly because it's more of a need or a fit, like whatever fits for them.
Yeah.
But I think ahead of whoever needs, like if the Texans move up, I think they'll probably draft either Sadiq or Love. I don't think Love goes past the Saints. So I think the Chiefs should trade with it. I think that's what that Giants thing is about. Is for the Chiefs to move up.
I feel like the
Or the
Commanders,
Saints.
like a sneaky pick is the Commanders are picking Love, but that is.
They got other things. That team is so old. They need a lot of help.
Yep. Agreed. Wrapping it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Tune in. I'm gonna do another draft. I did a draft
Oh, wait.
before. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I gotta do another one.
We got the van corner. We got the van time.
We got Olympic time.
That was a great match. If you guys watch.
Nope.
That
I
was
was not
great.
waking up at 8 a.m.
Jack Hughes, even though he's a New Jersey Devil. Yeah, that was
Is
great.
he the guy who's dating
Tate McRae.
Yeah,
He's dating a Canadian superstar and scored a game-winning goal against the Canadians
good?
in their own sport. We beat them in their own sport.
America,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yep.
Yes.
America.
Only part that sucks is Chris Drury's getting credit for it. He's the guy who's destroying the Rangers right now.
Yeah,
No.
that I know. Yeah, that one
Yeah,
I
he
know.
traded our best player for some random prospect.
Panarin, right? Panarin.
Yeah.
I seen Panarin going nuts on the Kings. They're like the big three now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's about it. Yeah. Go USA.
Yep, America. So everybody, we should have that as when
another thing.
Team America World Police for the draft. America, fuck yeah.
Also, what do you guys think about the Couchy app?
I haven't used it. That's the app where you could bet on anything. Like if the president is gonna go to war or some shit.
I think that is
That's just an ultimate gambling addiction right there, bro.
Yes, I made money off the last 2 elections. Not gonna lie, I never voted, but yeah,
Nice.
they're having a whole like scandal thing going on right now because people bet on prime minister or whatever of Iran to get killed by March 1st.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's the scandal like?
I gotta get-
Because people are not getting paid.
Because
off?
apparently you can't bet on death or something like that. So they're
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
pointing the
Yeah.
they're voiding the bets
death
and people complaining and all that. Like apparently like millions of dollars went towards this.
Motherfucker got a hit squad on him. What are we talking about right now?
Yo, bro.
That is technically sports because it's gambling.
I guess we didn't kill Ayatollah. It's probably some dude in his basement with a drone killed that motherfucker. Yeah, god damn.
Bro got,
Like, I gotta get paid, motherfucker. I gotta get paid.
Bro leaked his IP address and was like, "There, go get him."
Get in there.
I'm hitting the over on this right now.
Yep. I bet $100,000 on this shit. This better hit.
Yeah.
That is like,
Oh,
oh
man.
Jesus Christ.
That's a perfect ending. That's how you end this podcast right there. This is how you end it.
Oh, man.
Guys, please tune into this one. You won't be disappointed. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm Ja. That's K. That's Van over there. The Sportsload podcast. We out, baby.
Peace.
Jesus Christ.